Hey, yo, bro.
Yo.
I ain't got you crispy as hell. Let me get a rundown on what you got on today.
So I got this super calm, chill fit shirt, handcrafted by Kamari Williams. Jacket, Von Dutch.
Ooh.
Shorts, custom 1-of-1. Serenade and Trilligion did a collab just for me.
Damn.
Hemmed by the Kaiman Summer Allen. Then I went Balenciaga, Triple S. Then I got some custom J-On by my jeweler, Terrence Dang. Then I went custom 1-of-1 Steve Madden. You will never find another one like this in the world. Then I went Balenciaga just for play. We got some more Balenciaga runners. Go ahead and check them out, man.
Damn.
Just for play.
Crispy.
Yes, sir.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. That just explains my fit.
Man, I got you crispy, bro.
Thank you, bro.
You have a good one.
You too.
All right, guys, this is our new home. What do you think?
Dude.
I'm recording on my iPhone right now. Low-key not ideal. Set up on a box of gum and an air humidifier. Yeah, but I'm in the comfort of my own home, my new room. I don't got a bed right now, but don't mind that because I don't need it right now. I'm about to go run up the bag real quick and come back. So, but it's genuinely been a long time since I spoke to y'all. It's been a year. And what did I tell you? I'm bound to drop a video every year, at least once every year. But that's gonna change here soon. So if you're new and watching this, thank you. If you're returning and watching this, thank you. I gotta fill y'all in. In Grand Rapids for some time, cause I got a good job opportunity out there, and I don't know, I didn't really like my roommates that much, I ain't gonna lie, but we ain't gonna talk about that. So it was either I get my own little spot in Grand Rapids or I wanted to move to Chicago. Landed up in Atlanta. I do have a roommate, his name is Eric. Love that man, not gonna lie to you. What have I been up to? Really just work. I recently started a modeling agency, so and it's like I forgot how to do this. I recently started a modeling agency, so that's something that's near and dear to my heart. That's something I'm gonna be pursuing and pushing a lot. So if you want to model and you think you have what it takes, reach out to me. We can get something going for sure. This is a startup, so you know it's gonna come with a lot of trials and tribulations, but that's how any business works. If you're a business owner, a successful business owner, or just starting your own business, or have been doing it for some time, you know that's just how it goes. That's the game. But yeah, this is something I want to take seriously. As far as relationships, like girlfriends, friendships, I'm single. I don't have any prospects. I'm not really looking for a girlfriend. I'm not really looking for a girlfriend right now. Would I love one? Yeah, absolutely. I think love is a beautiful thing, and hopefully I find somebody, whether it's long-term, short-term, ideally long-term, you know, that's the end goal, but sometimes life doesn't work that way. So, and then friendships, I'd say, I mean, I don't really have friends now. I mean, I moved to a whole new city. I'm in Atlanta, and you're not gonna always have the same friends that you had in high school. That saying is true. Eventually, you guys will go your own way, have your own differences, and you know that's fine. That's okay. I still love them because I spent a lot of time with them, but not the people that I would associate myself with anymore. Needless to say. But so far, since I've been in Atlanta, I've made new friends. I wouldn't say friends, I'd say acquaintances. I met him in a church group. Eighth floor of my building. Super kind people, super sweet, dope, very funny. I like them. One of them owns his own production company. So I'll have to introduce you guys to him at some point. His name is Jaden. There's another one named Zay and Daniel. Shout out Daniel, shout out Jay, shout out Zay. I love y'all boys. We just came back from a good hoop sesh today. My performance was okay. It could have been better. I could have got some rebounds out there, you know what I'm saying? But it's all good. And then I got my friend Cicely out here, of course, Von Hurdle. I don't know if you guys are familiar with those names, but they're out here too. I spent some time with Von the other day. He invited me to a friend's bar crawl, birthday party type thing. Those people are cool too. So shout out to him for that, and shout out to Lindsay, she was dope. What else? I was spending some time with Cicely and Eric. This girl named Mega, she went to Michigan with Eric. She's a super cool person too. Been playing a lot of pickleball, going to the gym, taking walks. I love walks. I'll go walk for 3 hours around the city, just mindlessly wandering, getting to know the area, talking to random people, you know, because I'm out here pretty much by myself, you know. When Eric is working, you know, I gotta sustain myself. I gotta go out there, meet new people, make friends, which is, I would say it's an easy thing for me to do, but it's a hard thing to do for a lot of people. And I don't really know how to advise someone on how to make friends. That's not my specialty. But yeah, I'm out here in Atlanta, man. Like, look at this view. It looks better at night because I'm a night owl, but yeah. I gave my sister my camera. Well, she really just found it and took it, I ain't gonna lie, but I said you can have it because it's broken. And she was like, it's not broken, it works. I was like, oh, well, you can keep it. But then I ran into these guys, man, and I got a good special feeling about them. I'm not even gonna lie to you. One of them is the reason I'm even picking up this camera, which is kind of, you know, I shouldn't be saying that because I should have the will and the motivation to pick it up myself. But you know, he does YouTube as well, and I was never really surrounded by people that do YouTube, except for Luke and Sam. Shout out to them too. But I don't even think they really still do YouTube anymore. They're kind of more like they want to be producers, directors, make short films and stuff like that. So that's more their niche, their field. But I still respect them a lot. And I haven't really seen them in a while either. I ran into Sam actually while I was working. We had a good conversation because I was trying to get into modeling at the time. So let's backtrack. I was working at a restaurant, Silver Beach Pizza. If you know, you know. If you don't, Go check it out. They got good pizza. I'm not gonna lie. They got good pizza. Some would say it's mid, but shit, it was good to me. It was good. I met good people, had good times there. But I ran into him outside of work, and he was like, "Oh, I seen you've been trying to get into modeling. Like, my job has this little modeling thing. I don't remember what it was called because I never ended up doing it, but it was just a consistent thing of people telling me, "Oh, you should model, you should model." Like this old lady literally stopped me at work. It's like, wow, like have you ever considered modeling? I was like, nah, honestly, no. Like I just like to get swaggy, and I didn't really know how to even apply to a modeling agency. I've never really had anybody tell me that I could be a model. But from that day forward till for 3-4 months, people were spamming it. A girl that I was talking to, she was like, "You can model." Her sister kept gassing me up. I was like, "You can model." So eventually, one day, I literally sat down and did all the research one could possibly do. I mean, all the research one could possibly do. And I mass applied to probably 300 or 400 agencies. And I was really ready to just pack my bags up and go to wherever I was accepted, like New York, Texas, wherever. I didn't care. And I ended up actually getting a response from 10 Management. We set up a meeting in Chicago. I went down there. We had a nice talk. Super cool dude. Nice little office. It gave me iCarly vibes. He just asked me a series of questions. It was kind of like a little mini interview, not too long. It was probably 5 minutes. And then he took me to this area in the little small studio, and he took pictures of me, whatnot. And he didn't take me right away, obviously because I have literally no experience, and they're more of a talent agency than just a modeling agency. So they deal with more commercial type of acting. So if you're not familiar with how modeling agencies work, then I could explain that in another video, or you could do your own research. But yeah, so, and then I ended up having a conversation with Ford. This lady Bridget reached out to me. She's a scout. We had a good little conversation. We were emailing back and forth, and yeah, but I really just didn't have the time to pursue modeling because, like I said, I was in Grand Rapids at the time, or at some point in this time frame, I was also in Grand Rapids. Like, the transition to Grand Rapids was happening, and I was working this job that was very demanding, very, very demanding. So I didn't really have the time to pursue modeling like I wanted to. And at the beginning of the year, I set a goal for myself to do a shoot every off day. Come up with ideas for a shoot. And I did, I want to say two or three shoots, and then my car broke down, right? Blew a rod through the engine or something. So I took it to a mechanic, and he was telling me, he was like, yeah, nothing is really wrong with your car. Like, you have oil in it, because I was doing my research. He was like, you have oil in it, and not having oil in your car is a common issue for a rod to blow through your engine. And he was like, even if you didn't have oil in your car for 3 months or 6 months or a long time, he was like, this still wouldn't be a cause for this. So it kind of just happened, and I was like, oh wow. So I had to spend $4,000 on that. which is crazy. It was absolutely crazy. But it was a sign. It was a sign that maybe right now this isn't what I should be pursuing. And also, I was going to work late. I'm not gonna lie. I was going to work late. I was having a little slump because I was just losing motivation, bro. Like, you know, when you work in a job and it's very demanding, you're like, man, this isn't what I want to do for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? I'm surrounded by a lot of older people at this job too, so they're always giving me like good. Some of them give me good wisdom, but it's also they don't see the vision. They don't necessarily believe in the vision. They're like, oh, this is just this new generation thing. Like, y'all aren't really committed to work and blase, or, you know, you should try doing this full time, and maybe in the future you could start your business up when you're making some good money, or you could pursue some modeling when you make some good money. And I'm like, no, that's the thing. Like, you guys probably had your own goals, your own dreams, and they didn't work out, or you settled for a job that was paying really well, and you were like, man, you know what, forget this. Like, this is what I'm just gonna do and provide for my family. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I want more for myself. I've always wanted more for myself, so I was just in the slump, bro. I was like, this isn't, like, I really don't want to work this job, but it's good money, so I'm gonna work this job and use it as a foundation. I still am using it as a foundation. And so yeah, I saw it as a sign to just refocus, regather, and lock in. So now I don't have a car, right? So I'm worried about how am I gonna get to work? Now I've already been going to work late, so now I don't have a car and I'm not showing up to work at all. Oh, I'm gonna get fired. But thankfully, one of my coworkers, she's dope as hell. She let me sit with her, and she took me to work every day pretty much, and that was fire. I thank her a lot for that, and we had a lot of good conversations. I got to know her a lot better than I did before the situation happened, because she's very quiet. She's very, very, very private person. Inspirational, I'm not gonna lie. She taught me a lot, and not necessarily with her words, but with her actions and how she carried herself. And it taught me that I should be a little more private, even though I want to do this vlogging, and I want to own this modeling agency. I want to do this, I want to do that. You know, you don't have to tell everybody everything. So it's okay to have some privacy and keep certain things to yourself. So shout out to her for that. And she's also taught me a lot of other things, but I'm not gonna go down that list. But yeah, so now I was on time to work every day, and I was really, really focused at work too. The conversations that I was having was changing, because you know, I like to debate, not and not in a sense of like I want to just argue with you, but if I don't agree with you, I'm gonna tell you why I don't agree with you, and I could be wrong, and I'm okay with being wrong. But also, you know, like, some things, whether I'm right or wrong, I don't stand for. But it's not like, oh, I'm not gonna stop talking to you. I'm gonna dislike you or anything like that. You know, it's just like a healthy little debate. You know what I mean? So you can get to know who I am, and also so you know that not everybody's always gonna agree with you, and that's okay. Because some people think like they're just always right all the time, and I don't like that. You know what I mean? And they can't accept being wrong, or they can't accept somebody disagreeing with them, and some people need that. So yeah, I conversations were changing, my habits were changing, which is dope. It was dope. It was fire. She was also getting me in the gym more. Yeah, things like that. And then the idea sprung on me. I was like, why don't I start my own agency? You know what I mean? I have knowledge. Even before I wanted to pursue modeling, I always had like this passion for fashion. I have friends that do modeling. I went to school with people who are full-time models now. I probably wouldn't say full-time, but they model, and they model for big brands. And I've always asked some questions, asked for input knowledge. I watched a lot of videos about it, and even applying and kind of seeing how the system works and the layout and looking at all these faces and stuff like that. I was like, okay, I can do something here. And that idea, really, the idea to start the agency didn't come from me. It actually came from a friend that I met in Grand Rapids. The one friend that I made in Grand Rapids while I was there, his name is Edwin. Actually, okay, I'll say Sincere too, but I met him once and then he wasn't really around. He was in school or whatever, getting his education, and whatnot. But Edwin in particular, I was going on a spending spree. You know, I love clothes. I was going in the stores spending $1,000, $500, $400 on these clothes. Thrift stores, by the way. I was like, give me everything on a rack. You know what I'm saying? Give me everything on a rack. I was popping it. I ain't gonna lie. But you know, it was an investment for me because I love fashion. So why don't I make some get readies with me? Why don't I do some OOTDs or whatnot? You know, do some product reviews and stuff like that. And I kind of stopped doing that, mainly because of the fact that my car broke down, and so yeah, I was really in a slump. But I'm gonna get back to it for sure. But baby steps. We got to take baby steps, one day at a time, 1 week at a time, 1 month at a time, and we're gonna get it together. But yeah, I met Edwin. We talked, had good conversations, and then I was just gone. And then we reconnected like we never fell off. We got to know each other kind of well. He's very into fashion. He's a stylist. He owns his own brand. He's well connected in the city too when it comes to store owners and all that good stuff. And one day he was like, "You want to come to Ann Arbor?" Oh man, my phone died. But I was saying, yeah. So Evan, he reached out to me. He's like, "Oh, let's go to Ann Arbor. I'm gonna exchange these clothes and I'm gonna go pick up some new pieces and whatnot." So we went up there and he introduced me to this guy named Bo. Bo is a super cool dude. I walked in here and he was like, "Oh, you know Edwin? So you family now." So instantly I knew, like, this guy Edwin is legit. He's real. He's humble. He sticks with his people. You know what I mean? He sticks with his people, and that's for real. Because you don't really find that nowadays. Or I didn't really have that. So, but on the car ride there, on the way back actually, we were just chopping it up, listening to music, talking about DJing and all this good stuff. And he was like, "You know what? Like, why don't we start a modeling agency? Like, why don't we do that?" And I was like, "You know what? Actually, that is a good idea. Like, that is a good idea." And then we just kind of stopped talking about it for a while. We was going out, still having some fun in the city. He was showing me around. And then, you know, the job was really taxing. So I didn't see him for a long time. And then I remembered the idea of the modeling agency, and I was like, you know what? Let me start on this right now. Let me start on this right now, right now. And I was starting it. I was getting the plan together, and my roommate Eric was like, "Oh, let me make a website for you." So I was like, you know what? Yeah. He's like, "I'll do it for free, and just let me be the tech guy. I don't really care about anything else. Just let me do the tech, and." If it blows up, obviously pay me. I'll pay him for sure. Give him some stake in the company or whatever that may be in the future. So he cooked that up for me, and I called Edwin, and I was like, "Yo, you know that modeling agency we was talking about? Yeah, I'm starting it, and I want you to be a part of this with me, and because I don't want you to feel like I'm taking your idea and just running with it without you." And he's like, "Nah, brother, man, like anything that you do is like that's us, and I'm gonna be proud of you regardless." I was like, "You know what? I respect that, but this was your idea, and we talked about doing this together. So, let's work on this and let's do this." And I low-key been flaking on him because I've been meaning to call him. So I'm gonna call him either sometime today, probably after I drop this video, or tomorrow when I'm on the road to go back to work. But yeah, so we finna get it popping. I already been talking to a few prospects. I'm waiting on people to do the things that I need them to do, the requirements that I need them to do to get this going. Some people have been very, very communicative with me, and I can feel the commitment. And then I reached out to another guy named Marco, who's super cool dude. We've been texting back and forth for a while now, just giving each other knowledge, game, and motivation, because I want him to come work with me. I want him to model for me. But modeling is something where you need to sort of have time to do it. Have a decently open schedule and stuff like that, or be very flexible with your schedule. And so he's just not in a position to do that right now. As for some people, school's starting, people are moving into college. Some people are moving out of college, locking in on their jobs for a little minute. I respect that. I'm a very patient person, so I don't fault anyone. We gonna get it going. But he was like, even if I'm not modeling for you right now, like I want to help you. Reach out to me anytime. If I can do anything to help this company, like let me know. And so I want to connect Edwin and Marco together, and we could do like a 3-way call or something, or like a FaceTime call. And I'm gonna write down the things that I want to say to them and discuss this business aspect with them. And hopefully the three of us can come together and really make this work. So yeah, as far as that, it's going really good. And shout out to Edwin, shout out to Marco. Really glad that I met you two. And even though I haven't met Marco in person yet, I'm really glad to have that connection with him. That's the beautiful thing of the internet. You can reach anyone in any type of way. Whether it be you text them directly or you text someone that they know and be like, "Hey, like, can you get me in contact with this person?" It's like really, really sick. It's sweet, and I love it, and gotta take advantage of it. But yeah, and so Jaden, actually, the other day, I was talking to Zay about my agency, and then Jaden gave me some good advice and a good business model that I should incorporate, because he's an actor. He comes from the acting industry. So he's kind of familiar with how things work, which is really, really awesome. Now he's got his own producing company and things of that nature. And I talked to a guy by the pool. He's in sales, and he's like, yeah, bro, like, I hope y'all blah blah blah, blase whatever. Kind of gave me some advice too, whether he was serious or not. You know, it was still a good conversation. He's a super cool dude. I respect him a lot for that. But yeah, I don't really have much to talk about right now. I mean, I have a lot to talk about, but I kind of want to break it up into other videos and let those things come out naturally to you guys. Since I've been away for a long time, I don't want this video to be super long out and drawn, but I do want to say that I'm back. You know, I'm gonna be consistent, so expect another video from me next week, 100%. No BS. I'm not gonna just up and disappear. And to all the haters, the naysayers, the trolls, your time is up. Your time is up, bruh. Y'all been doing all that rah-rah. Y'all ain't doing nothing. Y'all not popping it. So I'm here. I'm finna pop it. I'm finna pop it on y'all humbly, though. Humbly, I'm finna pop it. Cause hard work beats talent. So I'm finna pop it on y'all. I ain't gonna lie. And to the people that's been with me, the people that's here, that's new, I love you. And I wanna say, paint the world pink. That's my new saying. That's my favorite saying. Pink's my favorite color, and pink is a sign of kindness. It's a sign of love. And that's what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to spread kindness and be loving to one another. And, you know, if you're an introvert, when you're in the elevator or something like that, you know, tell somebody, have a good day, take care. Ask them about their gym session or something like that. Ask them how their day was, what they do for work, what their hobbies are. It don't gotta be a long, drawn-out conversation in the elevator, because elevators are short rides, you know. But, you know, a little conversation goes a long way, and it can make somebody's day. So do that. Extroverts, you know, go out, have fun. But while you're doing it, you know, be kind to people. Just love your friends. Love everybody. So yeah, paint the world pink. And I'll see you guys sometime next week. Also, I love this hoodie, by the way. It's my favorite hoodie. I ain't gonna lie. The bit trim. Yeah.